Hi friends, it's Pastor Craig with your Light for Today. An exciting day in the church. Today we had our first in-person worship this morning for the first time since mid-March. So that's March, April, May, June, July, 4 months without in-person worship. It's so exciting to have people back today. We still have a couple services today at 12:15 and 6:30. If you'd like to join us, wear a mask. We're going to be socially distant, no singing. Here in the congregation. We'll keep you safe, but we are doing carry-out communion. So if you'd like to have communion, come and join us today. I'm preaching on being good soil, and I'm going to give you the sermon today if you can't make it. in a nutshell. Jesus says we're to be good soil. And he tells us a parable that it's like a sower of seed throwing seeds along different places, and some falls on a path that's hard and doesn't take root. Some is on some rocky soil that's got some soil in it, but it's full of rocks, can't really take root. And then there's some that falls on good soil. And he says those of us who have hardened hearts is like falling on the path. The word of Jesus, the good news that God has come to us all in Christ, doesn't really take effect in our lives. The rocky soil are those of us who it takes root, but maybe on a real superficial level. You like a few things on social media, you believe in God, but you don't go much further than that. And when we fall on good soil, it's when we're ready to accept the good news of Jesus Christ for us all and what that means for our lives. What does that mean? Well, a few years ago, before my grandma passed, she looked around her apartment and said, "Craig, you can take anything you want to remember me." I said, "Grandma, I want a plant, a lot like this one. This isn't that plant, but it's a lot like it. It had 2 starts in it." She said, "Sure, take it." It had 2 starts in it, little starts in the same pot, and I did all I could to make that little plant grow. And no matter if I watered it, whatever, one of the starts was starting to wither and die, and it became these little crispy brown leaves that were fell into the pot. Well, something magical happened. When these leaves fell into the pot, they fertilized the second start, and it grew and it grew and it grew, and it really took off. And I think of my grandmother, who taught me so much about the faith in the plant that she gave me, and realizing that that first plant had to die in order to nurture the second. And that's the same thing God does for us in Christ. That Jesus comes to this world, he dies for us so that it would nurture our soul. So that no longer we have to think, am I going to be good enough? Have I done enough? Is my soil good enough when I come to the end of my life? No, your soil is great, because you've accepted Jesus into your soil, into your heart, into your life, and he has died and nurtured you. And you are good enough. You are acceptable in God's sight. Nothing because of what you've done, but because everything that God has done for you. When we do this, when we accept Jesus into our heart, we watch our soil grow and grow and grow. That's your Light for Today. I'm Pastor Craig.